Hey, how y'all doing? This is Apostle Cage with UnCaged BroadCast. I'm doing something different, y'all. I am so excited to jump into this subject of relationships. I have some very special people here in studio today that's going to really just speak into this situation and how it's out here in these streets for relationships and what people are doing in 2024. At my right, I got my friend, my brother, Pastor Joseph Webb of the Way Church. And then I also have my sister, Prophetess Lilricka Barber, and my sister Dennitta Hall in studio with me today. How are y'all doing on this wonderful day?
Great.
Good. Y'all ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So my first question is that. What's going on out here, y'all?
I'll start.
Okay.
It's not fun. And I think because also depending on the people you attract, because men love the church girl. They love it.
Okay.
They love it. And what I mean by that, men of the world, carnal, men who aren't saved, they love that. And they want that. But when it's time to be one with you, like come worship with me, stand with me, serve God with me, have a relationship, not just be religious, but have a spiritual relationship. Then it's, well, long as you just go to church and, let me, on Sundays, I want to watch the game. I want to do this. So they love the purity and the sanctification and, a woman who doesn't do this and do that, but don't want to commit to the lifestyle as well. And Christianity, it's not hard. I enjoy my life. I have a good time. I have fun, but I think that a lot of times people think that this side is difficult, and it's not. I mean, we're not going to do everything because, we are in the world, but we're not of the world.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been difficult because I'm even saying to the Lord, Lord, why am I attracting these kind of people? Like, I don't have it on my forehead. Come talk to me, so-and-so.
Right.
I want someone that I'm equally yoked with. And there's no perfect person, period.
Right.
None of us are perfect. We all know that. But it is a blessing when it comes to love and relationships when you are on one accord.
Right.
And, I desire a man who's saved. That's just period. Like, but saved for real.
But not a project. You don't want a project. He can be kind of saved.
No.
Is there such thing as condescending?
Yeah, he's on his way. He's on his way. He believes that Jesus Christ is Lord, but he's not converted. He's saved, but he's not converted yet. Right?
So Pastor Apostle, kind of on his way. Here's the thing with that too. Again, we already know, especially growing up in the church, you can't force anything. Right. You want people, there's something about your spirit that you want them to be like, I want what she has, and be drawn to God. So I understand that too. But I'm saying a person who's never going to attend church with you, never going to worship with you, just totally.
But they say they're a believer.
Yeah, and want to be with you, but don't want to
fully commit to.
Don't want to do the things that you do in God. Like if they want you to be on their level, they want you to do the things they want to do, whether it's things that are of the world that you're not like, I don't do that anymore. But when it's time to do things for Christ, it's difficult.
That just sounds like a throwback. You got to throw him back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, what is it like out here? Thank you for that.
No, I want to do that.
So for me personally, I'm currently not in these dating streets. I was last year, and I really, to piggyback on what you said, you kept drawing certain things. I noticed I kept drawing men who had unhealed mother wounds, and they were not aware of that. And so I had to reflect in myself in that time, like, okay, I had mother wounds that I need to fix because these men kept drawing to me because I have a motherly spirit. And so they thought that I can fix them. And I thought I could fix them too. And I'm like, pastor, you got to throw him back. And so
Mhm.
in this season of dating, I'm really stepping back and I'm really dating God. I'm really getting to know him, but also who I am in him, but also allowing him to heal me
Right.
from my mother wounds. Because I'm like, I don't want to keep attracting these unhealed
Mhm.
men. At the end of the day, yes, I know everybody's not going to be healed or whatever, but in this season, I'm just doing all the work that I can to have less baggage going into a relationship. And I just realized when I was in the dating streets, the baggage that I was bringing is because I was not healed. I kept going from relationship to relationship to get over the last person. And I was like, no, I want to be right because I desire to be married.
Yeah.
And I know God has given me that desire. I'm already a wife. Just because I don't have a ring on my finger don't mean I'm not a wife. I already am. And I just really want to walk in that and just own it. And so now that I've healed my younger self even more, I can walk in more confidence. I can call out that thing. I can see that spirit in a man and be like, yeah, you need to work on that abandonment issue, whether it's your father or your mother. And so I'm very comfortable and confident. And I was just praising God on the way here. Like, God, I thank you for healing me. And like you said, nobody's perfect. But what am I willing to tolerate? I've done my work to where I am now. I'm not going to sit here and hold myself back because you need to work. Baby, I'm going to throw you back. And when you're ready, I'm going to let God work on you. And if it's meant to be, then God will present that opportunity again. So that's just where I'm at.
You're excited about that, huh?
That's real rich.
But let me throw something in real quick. You said something that I've consistently hear is that you consistently attract these wrong people. There's something in psych. I'm a psych major.
Yeah.
That says we attract who we are. Right. So a part of that is, like you said, yes, you may have to throw them back, but you also have to do some self-work.
Absolutely.
But come on, Doc. What you got?
Let me preface this.
Yeah.
We got a motto at one of my groups that says, "There's no conversation off limits through our vocabulary."
Yeah. What's dating like out here?
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Come on.
It's really bad, and the church has not done its part to equip
the church is responsible.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not. No. I didn't say it's responsible. The church has been a contributing factor to offset the dating world for Christians.
Why?
Because there is not a lot of strong men, equipped men to be husbands. The man that finds a wife finds is a good thing, and that good thing is when you translate that word "good thing," it means treasure in your Bible. And we're looking for that good thing. No, we're looking for treasure.
Yeah.
But what happens with a dating world, with a Christian woman, she has the desire to have a guy that's tough, strong, nice looking, city boy behavior, put a suit on.
In some situations, not in all situations.
Well, can come to church and love God,
Yeah.
right? And then he says, I'm spiritual but not religious. I just love God. I like Allah. It's all over the place. There's not a strong foundation to say, all that guy has to do now is say, I'm spiritual. I just don't do the church anymore. And women, I'll take that. Yeah, he just loves God. And then he's got all kind of things that go against subscribing to Jesus Christ with his lifestyle, but he said, I love God. There's a higher power.
Right.
I like energy. I'm on frequency. And this complete delusional conversation on his challenge, he has no foundation. I saw something called Pop the Balloon, and the guy said, I'm so spiritual, I'm a man of God. Then he said he was a Muslim, and then he didn't know what the Quran was. And so I'm like, this day and age, dating, you can just say anything, and nobody does any. In fact, there's no men to tell the daughters, no, you screen a guy like this. When you sat down on a date, did he bless the food?
Right.
Did he engage you in your relationship with Jesus Christ? Did he even challenge that? But here's what happens.
Amen.
Most women don't like being challenged on their faith from a man because that's not their pastor. So if a guy has a strong faith, the woman of God, the girl from the church has to know that it's going to be more orderly dating a guy that is in the church or that has a strong foundation in God or solid men around him. In other words, in a practical sense, I was just telling my niece, she said she wanted a man of God, and I'm like, well, okay, cool, but you have to take down the OnlyFans, all the foolishness, all the posts, all the nakedness online. No man of God can do that because now you're a liability.
If you're looking for a man of value, you have to present that value.
Right.
Yes.
Now I heard something about lists because I in my time, and I don't know how much it has changed, is that I was counseling a young lady and she brought me this list of probably 20 things that she wanted in a man. And I was like, these are really, really good. I said, sis, but here's the thing that you're not finished with the work. For everything you're asking from him, you got to compliment on the other side what you bring or how you compliment that thing. And when she did the work, that came 5. It was only 5 things on our list instead of 20. Because we want a lot, but we don't want to.
I really got to finish because I was taking notes. Sorry to.
No, you're good.
But if I don't finish, it's not going to make sense. So this is what has happened. We have told women, go do your thing, have hot girl summer, get your degree, get your career, do your thing, and then when you decide to get married, oh yeah, just pick a man and you're gonna be God and you have your family and like life. But that's not reality. What happens? Women are leading with career and this, and I'm this boss woman, and I know I got all this status here. That's not desirable features for a man looking for a wife. So they'll lead with things like, oh, I go to church and I got a career and I got my car and I stay here. And a guy's like, I'm a man. That's irrelevant because I'm taking care of the household. So you're putting up stuff. No woman says, hey, I'm looking for a leader. I'm looking for a guy that I can
to be the head of my household.
It's like this partner relationship.
Who will lead her? The
guy that you pick.
No. I'm saying what you said. Yeah. The women aren't saying I want a man who will lead. I'm in agreement with you. There's all this other stuff.
It's all this other foolishness where these women want to be the equal, and that's out of the origins of God. It has to be a man, God, man, women, children. And when humanity, not just the church, comes out of those parameters, it's all chaos. We don't thrive. When we go into the structure of God, man, woman, children, that's when humanity evolves all throughout history. And so what we've done is we've offset the narrative of what relationships look like with no God element. And so until there's a God element, the relationship, it's going to be city girl, city boy behavior. And then you got promiscuity leads to single moms that don't raise single boys, and the cycle starts again. And so the dating world has to get order with a foundation of men summoning women to be wives.
It sounds like the world want the value that come from Christian relationships or what the Bible says, but they're not willing to do the work.
Correct.
Here's my next question.
They do. They want the pure. They want the purity.
They want the woman.
Of the person.
They want that Christian
man. But the man too, because not just women. There are real men and women in the body of Christ. Everybody's not tipping, dipping, and slipping.
True that.
My pastor apostle says that all the time, and it's really true. There's people being kept. There's people holding on.
Absolutely.
Because they love and want the sanctity of marriage. You shared that you've been married 27 years. Right. That would be amazing to know what that's like.
Yeah.
He put us here for that. Right. He ordained man and woman to be together. So, I mean, I understand it. I mean, why wouldn't you want something pure and untouched and not contaminated? Yeah. But you want all that for you. Yeah. But you don't want to do what it takes to keep it, have it, own it.
Right.
But you love that, you a woman who doesn't drink, who's not fornicating, who's not out here. But you want your cake and eat it too. You like that. That's what you like to be with. Right. But you're gonna marry the pure one. Yeah. But it's always a suffering with that. When you finally marry her, it's like, man, I had to wait all this time for you to get out all your junk. I mean, it's hard.
Wait, so let's talk about AI. Let's talk about how we're dating. Because when I came in, everything was organic. You meet someone somewhere, right? That's how that was our way. That was the narrative of how we met, how I met my wife. However, y'all are in a generation, or are you guys? You looking like, that ain't me.
I don't look for my man online like most people.
Mo fish.
I'm not doing that.
Call Joe Webb. So back when I was coming up, now there's online swipe right. When I was coming up, you go out. Hey, lady, your beauty's abundant. You smell good. I love you.
But guys don't even say that anymore. Guys stare at you. They don't.
Won't say a word.
But
intimidation.
Right.
I'm not going to talk to her because she's clean and she knows a few words.
Y'all would prefer men to say hello.
Yeah. Please say hello. Listen, we're walking around the lake and we're like, how you doing? Hello.
I'm giving you the language like, hey, I see you.
Can you at least just speak?
That's
and here's the thing. We know every man we see, that's not our husband. But number one, you just see you say hello?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But check it out.
Hold on, but it's weird here.
Joe,
When I
you
go
would
to-
say hello, but I'm Pastor Joe, but I'm telling you,
Yeah.
a lot of these
guys just
jokers,
look
Right.
like,
man,
oh,
they be like,
they
oh
do.
man, she got unclean shoes. They're
Yeah.
intimidated and
Wow.
don't be
Yeah.
They
strong
don't say
and
nothing.
don't have a job.
Yeah.
I'm getting stirred up.
Right. No,
I
that's
think
good.
hold on. I think
Yeah.
it'd be a Midwest thing too, because when I go to Atlanta, which is all the time,
Yeah.
brothers speak. I just
Yeah.
want to tell you that you're beautiful. I love that you have your natural hair.
And it's not
And they'll
flirtatious,
walk-
it's
they'll
just a
walk
compliment.
up.
But
But
that's
here,
in
yeah.
so many other cities.
Like, I
today.
know.
I couldn't
I like
believe
your
it.
spirit.
Same thing in
I'm
Arizona.
Yeah.
Why can't
And not even trying to get with you, but just saying hello.
Just
But here you be like,
acknowledging you.
hello.
It's
I
very
mean, your mom is
challenging.
Wait,
What's
but that
up?
brings up, let me say this. That brings up another question. When do or should women go ahead and start initiating? Just because you
No.
initiate, do you lose
I
anything?
think we should present, and the guys.
I want to be pursued.
Is that working?
Yeah.
I want to be.
Is that working?
Yeah.
I want to be pursued. So what I'm not gonna do,
Gotcha.
Apostle, what
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do, I'm not a man, and
Yeah.
I don't want his role.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stay soft
Mhm.
and continue to be fragile.
Mhm.
And guess what? What God really has for me, I just gotta wait.
But I believe that we can right there is important, because again, that goes back to what you're saying. The church narrative may have corrupted meeting. Joshua Harris wrote a book called Our Kids Dating Goodbye. I had my sons read it years and years ago. It changed how we approach relationships from a biblical perspective,
Yeah.
because a relationship should never start off with just eros or nothing like that, or infatuation.
Mhm.
It starts out with a friendship,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, the Bible says,
Agreed.
right? It teaches us that he that has friends must first show.
himself.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with a woman showing herself friendly.
Yeah.
Just because you friendly, you are initiating or putting an olive branch out. That may even be attraction,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean that I want you. It just means that, you know what, let's see if we can be friends. Because if you find that you have a friend, you have a person for life, and now they can step maybe into, could this be forever?
Mhm.
But I don't think, and again, it's insanity to keep trying something that's not working. At some point, we got to change our strategy. And I'm just saying, maybe initiate a friendship.
I gotta tell you the story. Me and my friend Rob.
Right.
I'm not trying to like alter the conversation.
No,
So
you're good. Come on,
We
we're
explore
good.
that friendliness. So it's called availing himself. When a woman avails herself, you know how then the guy would come the old-fashioned way was the guy, get a woman to smile 3 times, trigger something in her mind, and she's probably gonna.
Sound like a strategy.
If I'm open for correction, but
Yeah, no,
I'm
you're good,
asking
you're
a
good,
question.
you're
If you met a guy and he made you smile 3 times, would you probably go on a date with him?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
right?
If
one time.
If he made me smile
3 times
once.
is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
My granddad said 3 times.
Okay.
So if you make a woman smile 3 times in conversation,
Okay.
it could be anything. Like
That's
your
awesome.
beauty's abundant. It's like, okay, 3 times, you're probably gonna eat with you. So
Yeah.
me and Rob, my friend Rob, went to the mall. I don't need to tell you when, but just to explore that narrative
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
people are mean. And he's like, man, I want a black girl, but they're just mean. So
Oh,
the
That's
face,
his
I
perspective.
agree with you.
the face,
Yeah, yeah.
the availing themselves.
I
You
agree.
guys smile, but then the guys in their defense, if you got some face on you that's
Yeah.
leave me alone in Walmart, or
Right.
man, I just want to get this Chick-fil-A, or I'm like,
I
that a
ain't
guy's
here
gonna
for
be-
all that.
Yeah.
But if a guy is staring, the rule is here's the rules. These are just the rules.
Okay.
Okay.
If you get caught staring twice, you have to say something.
Right.
Okay.
That's the
But they
rule.
still-
Once.
No,
They
no,
said
no,
once.
Joe,
That's your strategy. They said once.
Pastor Joe,
If she look at you one time, it's a wrap. We
Stare,
married.
look you up and down and walk right.
And don't say
But here's the
anything.
thing, I
And this after they
But
say
here's the
yeah.
thing, I don't even care. Stores, lakes, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? Because I'm a speaker.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not gonna wait for you.
Right.
So, but a lot of times, and then after I speak, I'll be like, oh, issues, because
Yeah.
you could have spoke.
Yeah.
You just
That's
because I am a lady. But guess what? I'm gonna help you.
Yeah,
How you
But
doing?
I think
But
that
when
men
you say-
are not hearing this. This is huge for
Let me
me.
give it a
Go ahead.
caveat to what
This
you
is
said. Like,
huge.
we're not intentionally trying to be mean. Or
You just look mean.
We have a lot on my mind. Okay, if I'm in the grocery store, I'm thinking of what I gotta cook, what
Yeah, yeah.
ingredients I gotta, what I gotta do. It's more of
My
us being
face-
in our
I-
mind. It's
I
not
don't-
that we're
I-
intentionally trying to be mean.
I don't be looking.
I just
mean
think we
every
have a
day.
lot.
I'm-
Right.
I'm a
being
smiler. I'm
mindful
a smiler,
to
even
smile.
on a rough day.
Yeah.
But
Because
check
I'm
this
just
out.
not. That's just not
Right.
me. You know.
Guys that's cut from my generation we're okay because that's the way we dated organically.
Yeah.
No matter who we met, if I thought she was attractive, I'm gonna talk to her. I don't care what it is. How you look,
Right.
you know how you. If we're attracted to you, I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to you.
I don't know what's on
Guys,
the
that's of this generation. I'm not throwing. I'm gonna say both. How people are interacting in public. They're now depending on online.
Yeah.
Without text, I mean, a call right now is like taboo.
Yeah, and that's
You know what I'm saying? So
if I'm
we
trying to
wanna
get to know you as
Can we
new
talk
person,
about, can we talk about that
text
for
me.
1 minute?
If
Yeah,
I'm new
yeah.
and I don't know you,
Yeah.
I prefer you to call me, not text, because I
Right.
don't know your language.
Aren't I
behind
worth
that.
a phone call?
Right. And I'm
I'm
like,
this
sorry.
generation is
I'm
in
But
their
then in the text, a lot of guys don't have a lot of substance. Hey, how you doing? What's up?
and I
There's
really
no-
Men
don't
and
respond to
women, men
that.
and women.
So and there's no.
I don't even respond to that. If you
So
say
you-
call me,
Yeah.
You're the mean one.
So the text
Heal her,
eliminated.
Lord, heal her.
Eliminated.
I am healed.
But what happens too with the text though, let's say you do
Yeah.
hook up a date and then you get to the date with the person that's just texting, they could be a completely weirdo because their articulation could be off, they're not good. There's no dialogue that can be
Yeah.
stretched.
I think that's one
You
of the
gotta have
barriers.
communication. Like,
Yeah.
if I sit down with you, I mean,
how we gonna
You
talk?
gotta be able to
first
talk
of all,
to them.
okay,
Yeah.
everyone, you're always on your best behavior and trying to impress.
Right,
But
of
if
course.
I sit down with you and all that, it's like I want to have an exchange,
Mhm.
and I want it to be sincere.
Right.
And again,
Right.
it's not every man. Oh, this is my husband. No, but can we just be cool?
Just-
Yeah,
exactly.
Can we
Just
just
figure it
commune?
out.
Guys can't be
That's-
honest.
yeah.
Guys cannot be honest.
Yeah.
They
And
can't.
I want to correct something I said. I would text, but I'm not going to continue to text. I would say, hey, I'll ask a question. What is your preference of communication?
Mhm.
And if I say phone call and you keep still texting me all day,
Turn off.
that's what I'm not going to
That's a
respond
turn
because
off.
I've
Oh,
shared
that's
with you.
huge.
I prefer
That's
a phone call.
huge.
Especially
And there's a
if you're
lot of
new
women
and I'm trying
that's
to get
out
to
there
know
like
you.
that.
But there's texting rules. So I just
I ask too. I'm sorry, Pastor
Yeah,
Joe.
I do
I
too.
will ask because you don't want to. Also, I know everyone communicates different,
Right,
and you can't make people do what you want.
right.
But I'd rather talk on the phone.
Exactly.
But I will ask because it's like, and I don't like texting. I don't enjoy it. It's to me, you texting, you got to be careful with that.
Mhm.
But it's good to ask, and then if they prefer that, well, when we get together face to face, we got to talk about
Right.
this
Yeah.
thing and meet
Wait.
in the middle.